Hi, and welcome back to the Running Master. Now you might be wondering how you're going to keep physically fit during this pandemic. Aside from the very serious virus that is affecting people, for many this basically means spending our time eating way too much, sitting on the sofa and watching TV. You may well be doing the workout from a very well-known body coach. I mean Joe Wicks. You might also want to get outside though to exercise. Now you could go walking, but if you want to go with others, you have to go with members of your own household. And you've probably exhausted all the conversations with them anyway. So, if you have to go on your own, why not go for a run? It looks like loads of people are going out running at the moment. I've never seen more people when I've been out and about. Everyone's being very sensible, which is fantastic, and they're keeping their distance. If you're already doing some running and want tips on doing it safely, watch my video on running during COVID-19 and how to stay safe. If you're new to running, watch my video on your first ever run and how to do it. So, why is running great, especially at this time? First up, aside from the physical, is your mental health. Now, I've seen tons of memes and videos about being cooped up, and they're all very, very funny and done in jest. But there is a point to it. It's good to get out, it's good to get some fresh air. Now, if you live alone, getting outside means seeing people. Unfortunately, if you do live alone, then you are going to be spending time in your own house and away from other people. And yeah, there's video conferencing and you can do things like that, but it doesn't actually beat getting out and seeing people. Now, we have to keep our distance, but while you're out running, a wave of a hand to a fellow runner from across the street can be enough just to kind of keep that social interaction. It actually creates some contact. You've probably been out doing the clapping for the NHS and for other key workers, and that's absolutely brilliant. And you probably find that actually when you are out clapping, you're probably giving a wave to the neighbours and giving them a clap too for being out there and showing that kind of solidarity. So it's really good to try and keep that social interaction where you can. If you're working from home, you're probably less able to just go out when you feel like it during the day, because you're trying to keep to your working hours, trying to make sure that you're putting your hours in. So you need to try and make some time to get outside, and doing that and going out for a run will help you with your mental health. The first step of going running, and this actually applies not just for now but for any time, the first step is getting out of the house. Once you're out, you'll feel so much better, and especially when you finish it. The high you get after being out for a run far outweighs the lethargic low of not being bothered and not wanting to get out and do it. But once you're out, once you've got that fresh air and you've come back in, you're going to feel so much better about yourself. Another reason to get out of the house is to get away from the news. So currently it's wall to wall, isn't it? It's only ever focused on one topic as well, and even if it does branch out into other topics, it still comes back to the same topic of COVID-19 coronavirus. It's 24 hours on TV, there's internet news, it's on social media. It's almost impossible to get away from when you're actually in the house. So getting outside, doing some exercise is really going to help. It can all be so overwhelming, all of the news that we're seeing at the moment, and it's really good to switch off, and running does that. When you're running, you are often thinking about where you're going, you're thinking about your breathing, you're thinking about how far you're going to go. You're actually really switching off, more so than you do when on a walk, because you're putting a little bit more physical exertion in. You actually switch off more than just simply walking. It's also great for the kids to see you going out as well. If you have kids, you're going to want them to keep active during this time. Yeah, you've probably been getting them to do the indoor workouts with the well-known body coach. But seeing parents keeping fit and getting fresh air is great for the kids to see as well, because it's really difficult to tell them to go out and do something if you're not going out and doing it yourself. Involve them as well. So you can go out and go for a run. Take them out for a run as well. It doesn't have to be far. You can just take them around the block. Kids love to run. They're running all the time when they're at school. They're doing PE, they're doing games, they're playing in the playground. They're always out and about, and I'm sure if you're cooped up with them, you probably can see just how much energy they actually have and how much they need to get out. They can't go to the park at the moment. Parks seem to be generally shut to avoid the spread of the virus. So actually getting out and getting some running is absolutely brilliant for them too. If you want to run a bit faster or a bit further, then maybe take the kids on their bike instead. I'm sure when you've been out walking with them and they've taken their bike, they've just shot off in front of you. So if they've got bikes, take them out for a bike ride. They can go a bit further than they would do if they could just run or walk. So going a bit further and probably a little bit faster as well would be great for you as well for them. Hope you found this useful. It's just a few tips just to keep us going during this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. So if you're liking it, subscribe, hit some comments, tell me what you like, and just for general running, tell me what you want to know more about, and I'll more than happily create some video for it. So thanks for watching. See you soon.